Hello, everybody. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. Before we get started, I would like to thank all of my subscribers. You guys rock, and I can see our goals being met for our second season. As you know, I have been working on this beauty, which has not yet been named, and today is day number 4 of working on it, so I should actually be working on scheme number 4, and I am working on scheme number 4. It has come to me, and if you want to see, I have one left in the pack. That will be number 5. Depending on what I have left will determine how much of a border I get. It is going to have a border, and what color the border is going to be. But I'm kind of in a mood or mode right now that I want to finish things. I know what I'm picking up after this, and I want to see it through to the end before I go to the next. And trust me, I have a plethora of things that I want to do. And I want to show you, because we have notes, y'all. We have many notes. These are my make ideas for 2025, or for season 2, I should say. But it's things like a sweater and making the sleeves first, because that's where I always conk out on sweaters. I make the body of the sweater. I will make everything, but when it comes to the sleeves, I'm like, bleh. I want to make a chair cushion. I want to make an extra plushy chair cushion. I have a problem when I sit down in chairs. They kind of cut right behind the knees, and it starts causing my legs to go to sleep, or I know it has a lot to do with height and weight. I understand that, but as I'm working on the weight part, I may as well be comfortable, right? Right. Thank you. I also want to work on the Advent adventure that I'm looking into. So what has to happen, I have to get the material myself and work it out to see how long it will take, you know, how to go about putting everything together, and exactly what we want to do, how much material it's going to take. And all of that will determine how much I say Advent bags, because I'm not going to do theme boxes. I don't have a professional printer, and I don't have, I'm not fortunate enough to have that someone in my life that is like, I should say someone in my life that lives close to me, that is so artistic, they can turn these boxes into little havens, with the doors and the windows and the roof. And no, we'll do bags with individually numbered bags. Yes. And then I want to make a summer top. I want to create a summer top. And here again, choosing the material and working it out. Yep, working it out. Being a big girl, it will probably cater to the big girls. And just work it out from there. I want to write a few patterns. I say a few, but the list of patterns I want to write are currently for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 items. I want to create borders. I want to play around and see if I can create different stitches or different stitch combinations. I want to have crochet alongs, which I was trying to figure out how to turn the advent box into, or the advent bag into, a crochet along. You know, and that still might work. It still might work. I'm loving the way this is turning out. I really am. I feel like it was supposed to be a color pool at some point, but I love the chaos involved in this, because to me, when I hold it back and I look at it, I just see crowds of people gathered in one space. Such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing. Please, please, please do not forget our video star of the week. It was so amazing. We had the cottage today at Missy's cottage, and she had no sound, bless her heart. So she communicated largely with sign language. And I realized at one point she was asking me to tell people what she was saying. And I couldn't tell her, Mama, I'm trying to do this and that. So I kept dipping away and dipping back, dipping away. But Sunita did a very good job for not knowing sign language to translate what she was saying. And it just goes to show that sign language itself really is not that hard if you just stop and look at what the person is doing and watch the facial expressions, you know, and just everything eventually falls into place, and you will understand a lot more than you think you're understanding. So I am almost completed. I have almost completed another row. This is the simple moss stitch. I am using a 6.5, I have to say, Temu hook. And I don't know, it's not Temu. This came from Amazon, actually. But it is a no-name hook. There is no name. It falls in line with the boy hooks, as it does not have a really, really sharp point or sharp lip. It is enough that you can, it is a little sharper than a boy lip, but the neck is not as pronounced as a Susan Bates. I typically am not a Susan Bates girl, but I went and bought a Susan Bates L hook a couple of months ago and fell in love. I'm not going to reach over there, but when I tell you I fell in love, I fell in love so much, I went back and bought 2 larger hooks. I went back and got the M and the N. I did. I went back and got the M and the N. It just made sense to me to do that. And next week, like I said, I put myself on a yarn diet. I ain't say nothing about hooks. I ain't say nothing about stitch markers. I didn't say anything about snips or scissors. I said yarn. Because I am going to get me some more hooks. I am some Susan Bates. I'm gonna go to Uncle Michael's. I guess you can see, and it's funny to me when I catch myself, I tend to crochet off to the left because I usually leave my skein over to my left and I crochet towards my skein. But if I'm going to be crocheting with you guys, I'm going to have to learn to crochet right where I am or to lean in, or lean back. I'm going to have to learn to do what it takes for not only the work to be seen, but the process as well. Selfless plugs, please don't forget that Create and Relate with Kitty Lane will be live every Tuesday and Thursday from 12 o'clock noon to 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not taking up a whole lot of your time. And every second and fourth Saturday, we will have an auction. Okay? Right now, our auction stockpile consists of mainly baskets and market bags. We do have a blanket and a shawl that are in the pan, but that stockpile, I have a certain number in mind of items that I want my stockpile to have, and once I reach that number, then I can stop making for that time period. As I sell, I have to make items to replenish that stockpile. I'm not telling anybody what that number is. That's a personal thing. But that's so that I won't have an overflow of items, you know, and if I sell items from there when it's not the auction, I still have to replace it because I want a certain amount to be available for the auction. Okay, back to my video star of the week. Please, please, please don't forget, and not just this week. I hope if you have popped in on her this week, there was enough love there for you to feel like you had to keep coming back. Because Missy is phenomenal. She is. Whether you can hear her or not, she is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so we have completed. Oops. The one thing I'm not crazy about with the Tamu yarn is the fact that this 8-strand yarn does split. Whether you have a big sword boy or no name, it will split. So here's where we are. I am loving the way it's turning out. I really am. Right now we know that we are, oh, you didn't know. I don't think I told you. We're at 39 inches wide. And as of right now, we are 20 inches tall. Now, I don't think that's bad for the going into the fourth skein. After I roll this up, I will show you how much of the skein we have left. So we're working it out. We're definitely working it out. And I can definitely see this scheme being gone a little quicker than the others. Um, I'm going to get my babies from the bus stop. Maybe Mom will. I'm not sure. One of us. But if she goes, then that'll give me crochet time. And if I go, then I'll have crochet time when we get back. Because Mama's here. I know at some point I have to stop and eat. I have had my coffee this morning, which was the Folgers Black Silk, and I had Snickers Coffee Mate as the creamer. Here lately, I'm enjoying iced coffee as opposed to hot coffee, probably because the weather is changing, and the iced coffee does not make me sweat. The coffee still has the same effect. You know, some people will say, but you're watering down your coffee. Not when I push that button that says strong. What I do is, instead of 8 ounces of coffee, I will push the 6-ounce button and make it strong. So it's very close to an espresso at that point. And if it were a little more towards the beginning of the month, where we were a little more able and had more coffee, I would do 2 of them at 4 ounces. So then it would be 2 shots of espresso. Do them strong, put the creamer in. Whew, I think I had a little moment. I like the Snickers. I'm afraid to go back and get more. I don't know what it is about this particular Walmart, but when I first started out, my creamer was the International Delight Almond Joy. I stood on Almond Joy. I swore by Almond Joy. There was nothing better than the Almond Joy. I didn't want any other creamer but the Almond Joy. Well, Almond Joy is no more. It left us about the end of October, the beginning of November. Nope, it left before that. It left like September, if I'm not mistaken, because that was when they started putting pumpkin spice in its place. And I kept thinking, okay, well, they phased that out for the holiday, just so they could get another flavor in there. So I watched Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's go by, and then they came out with the International Delight Love is Blind, where they had the wedding cake and the chocolate covered strawberries. Y'all, the chocolate covered strawberries. So now, knowing that was promotional, all the chocolate covered strawberries is gone. They still have a few wedding cakes left. They're still holding on to them. But the chocolate covered strawberries, it's gone. And I was looking at everything International Delight had to offer. They have the caramel macchiato. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I had 2 things going on at once and couldn't cover my mouth. I have come in contact with something that I'm allergic to. And for the past 3 days, I've been itching like crazy. I do have my allergy medicine. I am out of my vitamin D. I'm out of my ibuprofen. I'm out of my fluid pills. I'm out of my potassium. So all I have left is my allergy and my anti-anxiety medication, which I call my happy pill. So that's the only thing that I have left. But something I have come in contact with is a little greater than the allergy pill. And I'm finding that I'm itching all up and down here on both sides, right up and all the way across here actually. And my back, OMG. My grandbabies are so tired of, baby, can you come scratch grandma's back, please? My grandson would say, Grandma, the whole back. Oh my goodness. Yes, baby, the whole back. Oh my goodness. The things kids say. So I don't know if I told you all. You know, I'm always telling y'all you have to be your own advocate when it comes to your health. Well, another reason is, well, let me go back a little bit. I'm skipping ahead of myself. When you do find your dream team, make sure you understand your place. What I mean by that, you are a patient. Fortunately, I have the kind of PCP that she and I can send ridiculous jokes to each other every now and then. And I don't mean like TikTok and Reel and, you know, YouTube Shorts or anything like that. I mean like legitimate jokes we can send to each other. But without going around the mulberry bush, I had finally found a dentist that I absolutely love. Not only was he eye candy, girlfriends. When I tell you the dentist is fine, yes, you know, so that took some of the edge off for me when they going to him. Plus, they would always, well, in the beginning, they provided me with, you need to calm down pill. That was so potent, they wouldn't allow me to drive home after a dental appointment because it relaxed you so much. So, long story short, my dentist is retiring in May. And my heart is broken because now I have to revert to that 2-year-old to find a dentist and make sure they understand, if you hurt me, I'm leaving. We're not going to continue this visit. You can do what you need to do as far as scraping money from the insurance, but you hurt me. That was bad enough. I've had bad experiences with dentists, and excuse me, I don't want to go through that again, but I had gotten so comfortable with this dentist that even his tech, the young lady who used to clean my teeth, she was phenomenal. She was absolutely phenomenal. Kept me calm the whole while. Y'all, it's a phobia. Some people won't understand it, most will. You can't help your fears. You know, people come with all this stuff where they say, if you touch it, excuse me, if you touch it, you can overcome that fear. I touch my teeth every day. I'm still scared for anybody else to put their hands in my mouth, especially when their hands have tools in them. No, thank you. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to remind you all of the video. I'm sorry, I wanted to remind you of the video star of the week. I wanted to let you know that our platform is changing, and it's going to be ever changing until we find that proper fit for season 2. So please keep an eye out for the ASL videos. I am learning how to edit. I am actually learning. Y'all, I gotta give it up. I have to give it up for Michelle of Yes Michelle's. I do. And I have to tell you all now, if you're looking for ways to step up your game, you need to check her out. She's not going to beat you in the head with the price. The prices are very, very, they're doable. And she works with you. She gives you the tools that you need to get done what you need to get done without pushing you in her direction. She says, here are the tools. Now you work with it. And I like that. It's like she figures out who you are and what is the best way for you to learn. And that's the way she teaches you. I'm one of those, if you tell me what to do, if you show me what to do, and then let me figure out the rest, as I figure it out and I'm working with it, then it's sticking more. And as many times as I had put feelers out for help, and everybody kept directing me to this and this and this, if I don't understand computer jargon, I'm not going to understand what the X generation, Y generation, anybody after the baby boomers, the millennials, I'm not going to understand their lingo, because they speak computer. I didn't get my first computer until 1999. So I don't understand computer jargon. So when you send me to a site that's going to tell me what to do by way of computer jargon, it's not resonating. But I do honestly and graciously appreciate Michelle of Yes Michelle Crochets, because she has been a phenomenal instructor. When everything gets ironed out on my end and I get it out there, I am very assured that you will be just as pleased with the final outcome as I have been in the process of making it happen. So I guess you can see when I talk about editing now, I don't look like I'm because I'm comfortable. She has put me on to a new level of confidence, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for her. Like I said, I will put the information about her in the description box. Go check her out. Like I said, her prices will not beat you in the head. And she's hands-on without being overbearing or overcrowding. And she touches on what you need to be a better content creator. So, have to throw that out there. She's phenomenal. As is our video star of the week. I cannot say enough. And that is Miss Sunbunny herself, Mama C of Miss C's Cottage. Her information will be below as well. So just stay tuned. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you pay attention to that little bell. Hit the one that has the dimples so that you always know when I'm dropping fresh new content. And as always, please, 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 please like the video. Hit the thumb, guys. It's free. All of what I just said to you about this channel is free. And it only takes a couple of seconds. And if you want to go a little deeper, leave me comments. I haven't asked you to go in your bank account, not once. Leave me comments. I promise you, I respond to all comments. It may take me a few days, and you may not get anything but a thumb or a heart, but I do read and respond to all comments. I want to thank you guys again for being here 1,000 times over plus infinity, and know that I will continue to be here for you all, dropping fresh new content. I can't wait till we get to the point that we're doing the crochet alongs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. I have 5 items for us to work on, and just things that we'll have fun doing. There are many more as I sit here and think about it. 3 just popped in my head, but we'll get it done together. We'll definitely get it done together. I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. Okay. So, like I always tell you guys, please, please, please be vigilant and be bold. Be brave. Be beautiful. And behave. Remember that Kitty Lane told you. And until we see each other again in these YouTube streets, peace, my lovelies.